Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to discuss Trump tariffs, which is going to take place on the 2nd of April in just 48 hours from the moment I am recording this video, and what's going to be the impact on the crypto markets, specifically on XRP's price and also on the S&P 500. So Trump decided he's going to be imposing tariffs on virtually everyone, starting with Canada, which happens to be the US greatest partner by volume. But it doesn't just stop in Canada, it's virtually everyone. 25% tariffs against Europe, and that goes for China and many other countries. From my perspective, tariffs are going to punish consumers. I don't think there are winners when there's a trading war happening. When me and you are discussing about events, and in this case I like to use tariffs as an example, there is a 99% chance that markets already priced it in, meaning that there are algorithms in place tracking down events like tariffs, Trump's election, and many other factors, and they account that far in advance. The chances are that when retail investors are discussing about an outcome, that's already priced in the market. So I don't expect a further dump on the markets or more correction or more downside. Tariffs might end up being the catalyst for a reversal. So in just 2 days from now, there's a chance I'm going to be long in the markets, as everyone else is expecting the same outcome. Everyone is expecting tariffs to dump further the markets. However, I don't really see tariffs as a black swan event. As I said before, I'm not pro-tariffs. I just think that tariffs are going to further accelerate the process of devaluating fiat currencies and increase the wealth gap, meaning that the richer are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. I think the effects of tariffs are worst for people who are on the low levels of society, people who are making, let's say, less than $50,000 per year. I think that's going to be the people who are highly affected by tariffs, because ultimately that's going to increase the price of goods and services, increasing inflation, or in other words, devaluating fiat currencies. I don't think tariffs are a black swan event. I just think tariffs are going to indeed accelerate this process, and that process that I talk about is the destruction of the middle class. Going back to the market update, I don't have a crystal ball to know what's going to happen precisely on the 2nd of April. On the 4th of April, we're going to have the unemployment announcement that can also drive a lot of volatility to the markets. It's always better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in the war. And what I mean by that is that it's always better to be prepared in case the market's going to drop further. I have said multiple times it's not out of equation that XRP is going to lose $2 support. I hope that's not going to happen. However, if that happens, we can see lower levels for XRP, and I want you to be prepared. That's why you should be having buy orders. That's not a financial advice, that's just my strategy. I have buy orders at $1.95, and in case we drop further, I do have buy orders at 120 and lately on 80 cents. I don't think we're going to have dropped to that levels. However, I give a 20% chance that that scenario is going to play out. I just wanted to provide you with a quick update of what's happening in the crypto markets this week. And remember, always watch for the volume. The volume now is extremely low. We know that has been dilution in the crypto markets caused by low liquidity. The excessive launch of meme coins by celebrities and politicians contributed for this scenario. And if we add that to the poor economical scenario that we are living right now in the US, in Europe, in every single part of the planet, and we add on top of that a trading war, that's a major catalyst for a correction in the markets, and the markets already priced that in. Take assets like Ethereum, is down 60% in the last couple of months. Yes, we already had a major correction, but it's not out of equation that we're gonna drop further. So be prepared for both scenarios. And I remind you that when XRP hits $10, which I do believe we're going to see $10 in 2025, we're going to be throwing a huge yachting party at Mykonos. Drop your name for the guest list. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to see you in the next video. Don't.